We're back with another one. Obviously, I mean, the lifts are gonna happen regardless, so the videos are gonna happen regardless. I was thinking of starting these way earlier, but I used to work out at Anytime Fitness, and oh my god, if there is ever a gym that I recommend you stay as far away from as humanly possible, it is Anytime Fitness. Now, maybe like, I'm from Canada, so like maybe in the States they're a little better, but holy shit. Like, first of all, the contract thing. Like, when I signed up for this new gym, when I signed up for Good Life, there's no contract term. Now, it could be the fact that I was on the corporate membership, and then since I switched jobs, they kicked me off that one. It could be that, and then they just gave me the normal price with month to month. But I'm pretty sure they don't have monthly contracts. And all the places that I look at have like the option, and it'll be like $2 more. It'll be like $2 more. And so like they'll have the option of either like a, you know, year contract or just go month by month, or even like some places will have like half a year contract. But Anytime was either a 1 year or a 2 year contract, and obviously me looking at like the $4 like monthly difference immediately said 2 years. I was like, well, I'm not gonna stop working out after a year, so it's not like it's not gonna get used. But oh man, was that the biggest? Okay, buddy, we're going 30 in a 60 right now. Like, are we for real? But yeah, a year or 2 year contract is diabolical, and then they'll offer you like a month to month after that. Like, it's just, and then I tried to leave, and oh my god, they like made me pay this early exiting fee. I had to pay like the next month of payments. It cost me like, bro, it must have been like $200 just to leave the gym. But you know, we're out of there. But that actually leads me, because we might be switching gyms. We're either going to get a job at this gym, but if they're not hiring, or they just don't fucking like me because I like just film there all the time, then we actually already have another membership for 2 years, not contract, but I have it for 2 years. And so we're gonna start thinking about, you know, what movements we should do at that one. And I'm kind of getting excited a little bit, because I'm actually gonna switch to pressing instead of pec deck for my chest, because they have a really nice, because most of the machines there, like the stack loaded machines, not the plate loaded, have like a plastic covering on it, so I can't put my gym pin in the machine. So I'm thinking we have to go plate loaded everything pretty much. There is a nice plate loaded, like, I don't even know how to, it's like a machine plate loaded hinge, but it's not the one that you're thinking where like you're leaning back on like the sled. It's like I'm standing straight up and I just bend down and grab these two like bars on the side and stand up. It looks nice. But there's also a Smith right beside it, and I've been doing Smith deadlift and I've been really liking it, so I might just stick with that. But you know, we might test it out. It could be light though. That's the only thing, is I'm thinking it might be like a light ass machine. And what's our goal is to progress. So if it's not easy to progress, like if I'm maxing that out, what am I gonna do, like 1,000 reps? No. Anyways, yeah, what are some other movements at that? I'm thinking for back, they have like the sitting, plate loaded, different type of row variation machine. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to walk around and look at all the machines that don't have that plastic pad around it to see what I can put my gym pin in. But that's for another time. That's for another video. Maybe, look, the thing is I'm in a cut right now. And I'm just really locked in on keeping my movements consistent and at least matching reps, matching weight. Just so I know I'm not losing muscle on this cut, because I'm going like decently aggressive, I feel like, or I was going decently aggressive. I've tapered back a little bit, but it's still like I'm still probably in 500 700 calorie deficit. But yeah, today though, full body like no other. We're gonna go after it. I'm pumped to train. It's a weekend training session. I know you can probably tell by the sun being up. Usually if we're working, we're up and ready to go before the sun's even up. So but yeah, what's on our mind today for the full body session though? We did do a good job of standardizing our form on the lat pull down last week, and it was a really good set. So I'm probably just going to keep it going with that. We weren't like crunching over. We were like really extending with our back, not our like arms reaching forward, you know what I mean? Like when people go like on the lat pull down and then they'll like let it go back to the top and they'll like bend back and reach forward. You know, you want to keep the tension on your lat. So I'm thinking that's going to really help me. I'm a little tired though. This caffeine should wake us up though. But something that was on my mind, being that we're on a cut, being that we're starting the YouTube videos, being that we're just on this lifting journey for real, being that I'm starting school or starting a different program in September, is delayed gratification. And you know, I've struggled with this a lot, you know, a lot more before compared to now. But you know, wanting things just like in the instant, like what can I do to get this thing that I want as quickly as possible? Like I don't want to put in a bunch of this time that I'm seeing other people having to put in for this. How do I get it faster? And now you probably don't say that to yourself when you are, you know, desiring something that takes a while to grasp, but that's basically what you're saying when you are thinking like, oh, I want this. It's like, well, this person who has it is putting in so many more hours than you, and you are just wanting it like this. And you know, a lot of the time when, like for example, if we're saying, you know, I want to be lean and skinny for the summer, but you know, I'm probably like 30-40% body fat right now, it's much easier for us to stay on the path that we've taken, because you know, no one's born 30-40% body fat, right? And they're like that from the jump. It's a cascade of decisions that led to that point, to where now you're unhappy with that path that you've went down, and you're desiring another, you know, outcome or opportunity or path to take. Sorry, not opportunity. I don't know why I said that, but so you kind of have to realize that it's going to be super uncomfortable, and it's so much more pleasing and comfortable for us to stay with what's been working, or not really working, but what we've been doing, what we're accustomed to. Like we don't want to stray away from the pack, because it's also who you're around, right? Because you have to think it's the decisions we make and the kind of instincts we have are largely affected kind of by our genetics, by our evolution, right? You don't want to stray too far away from the pack in the decisions you make and the choices you make, right? Because that could lead you to being kicked out by the pack, and then now you're left to fend for food by yourself. It was much easier for us humans to, find food traveling in packs, right? We were like a tribe, pack driven kind of species. We weren't really just like on our own. And so that is kind of like a little bit why I feel like people do kind of stick to what's comfortable, is because of, their environment, who they're around, the kind of like voice they have in their head a little bit of like, you've kind of reaffirmed these choices you've made for so many years, and now that you're trying to go against the grain, it's kind of like hard for yourself to like do that. Like, your brain wants homeostasis, your brain wants what you're accustomed to as well, to an extent. So it's like trying to tell you like, okay, maybe not, like this working out stuff, it's hard, it's painful, like, oh, your muscle hurts, you're sore, shit like that, but anyways, yeah, delayed gratification. So you kind of have to realize that it's going to take some sacrifice, it's going to take some time to get down the path that you should have taken, or down the goal that you want. So yeah, you kind of just have to come to terms with the fact that nothing's going to be lined up for you ready to just get that goal, right? Everyone wants everything to be perfect. Even me, like so like with the YouTube stuff, I was like, oh, I'll wait a little bit till I'm like, everything's kind of lined up perfectly, and then I can like start making the YouTube videos. It's like, yeah, but if you start now, how much easier is it going to be in the future, as well as how far along like are you going to be if you start now, right? Like, if I started earlier, I'd be farther along than where I'm at now. So kind of just realizing that you kind of just have to start now, right? Like the best time to start anything was probably like 5 years ago, 10 years ago in your life, depending on how old you are. The next best time to start is right now. So start that cut, start freaking posting some content, start a business. Hey, I don't know. I just work a fucking 9 to 5, so. Not for long though. One more month of summer, guys. Summer's almost done. So it's winter workouts approaching. I've been seeing some TikToks about the baggy sweats, the baggy sweaters, the cold weather, the early mornings, dark mornings. I mean, they've been dark for us, but until now, this is kind of beautiful actually. I kind of fuck with this, but it's messing with my mentality right now. I'm trying to go like throw some shit around, and it's like, oh wow, look at this beautiful sunrise with the forest behind it. It's kind of making me a little soft right now, as I'm drinking a pink Monster. What flavor is this? Ultra Strawberry Dreams. Now, what's my favorite flavor? I'm not gonna lie, this might be a little controversial. Fuel's low. The old Honda needs some Monster too. But this might be a little controversial, but Blue Hawaiian is peak. I love Blue Hawaiian. Ultra Vice as well, that's a good one. I always love Ultra Vice. But Blue Hawaiian, man, Blue Hawaiian is fire. I think, what is it, like Blue Raz? I don't even know. It's like a nicer tasting, I don't even think it's a Blue Raz actually. I don't know. I'm balling, yeah. But man, we're about to kill this session, so yeah, I'll probably see you when we get there. Let's get in. Alright, so we're gonna start off with Preacher Curl because I feel like the RDL was kinda, I don't know, getting me fatigued for the rest of the session, so yeah, we're just gonna start with Preacher Curl. Ugh. We got some electrolytes now, actually, in our water. Usually we just go with the plain water and Intra, but it's the weekend, so we're spoiling ourselves. Electrolytes are just crazy expensive, so I don't really use them. I just throw salt in my water sometimes, but you get enough sodium from other things, so like, I don't know. I don't really see a point to it. Just drink enough water. But let's get into it. That was a good 4. At least I think. Might have been 5. Alright, so 50 was a little crazy last session, so we're just gonna go with 47.5 again. Oh. Where am I tripping? I think that was just 4, so we'll just try to get 4 on this side too. Alright, so we already got our straps on, so we might as well just chill here for a little bit. And yeah, we'll hit our upper back, and then we'll hit our mid to upper lat right after. Hopefully the noise cancellation was on for more than just right now. You know, I've been watching back some of the clips and all I hear is just the gym slot music. But hopefully this fixes that for you guys. Yeah, that was a much easier 5. I kind of felt more activation on this side though. I don't know. So I just felt a little different, but that was a good set nonetheless. Alright, so yeah, I don't know if we did this unilaterally last session. I think we did double, but I think we're gonna do this unilaterally. There's so much stability on this machine, I just don't see why not. Like, might as well. And yeah, let's see how many we get. Because I didn't track this last week, but I mean, I don't think I did it unilaterally anyway, so that's all good. That was a good 6. Kind of undershot it a little bit, but just make sure form is good. I mean, it's a new kind of movement, so you kind of want to standardize it, feel it out. You don't want to just like throw around weight that you're not even connecting with the muscle, right? Because if we're switching something up, this is the thing, is if we're switching something up, it's probably for a reason, right? Or it should be for a reason. You shouldn't just be switching things up because you saw a new workout on TikTok and we're in the trend-based lifting space, right? So if we're switching something up, it's because we hit a plateau, or we're not like, or it's a weak point and we want to bring it up, so we're doing this different exercise to kind of help with that. So you want to standardize it right when you get onto it, right? So if you undershoot, then that's fine, right? Just keep good form, understand how the contraction feels, how the stretch feels. Like on this, I'm not going all the way out, and I'm also not going all the way in because I don't want to retract my scapula. It's for the lat. So you want to keep it, hip or elbow to hip, but you don't need to go behind your back. That was good. We're gonna stick with that for the near future. So who would have thought the gym is not packed on a early Saturday morning? Me, I could have guessed that. But we love that. We love an empty gym. We don't want to be waiting for machines. We don't want to be, feeling rushed, feeling uncomfortable. We gotta have the least amount of perceived effort, and then we're gonna be able to put the most amount of effort and focus and drive into our set, right? So empty gym, I love it. But bro, 25. You guys need to push yourselves, man. 25. I got some dead relatives who can rep 25. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited to go to pressing. Because, I don't know, I've just been doing this like for a minute. I miss pressing, bro. I want to like move some weight, but I don't know. In a cut, like when I'm at maintenance, like bro, when I'm done this cut and we're eating at maintenance, it's gonna get freaky, man. It's gonna get nasty. Because, I don't know, like the propaganda of you need to be in a surplus to gain muscle is ridiculous. Like, I was in it for so long. Like, Sam Sulek, Disciple, obviously. I still love Sam Sulek. I still watch all his videos, but most of his videos. But, like, the ideology of like, to gain weight, you need to be in a surplus. Like, what if I'm eating no carbs and I just eat a bunch of carbs and I gain all in like glycogen? Like, I could still be in a deficit and gain weight in water. So I don't understand, right? But like if we're eating at maintenance, that is perfectly fine to maximize muscle growth, right? It doesn't need a lot of calories to undergo the process of growing muscle, right? And we gotta remember that. You don't need to eat in excess. You're just putting on fat that you need to cut off later, so. Yeah, that felt a lot easier than last session. I'm not sure if we got the same reps or went up one. Because I'm pretty sure we got 5 this time. But I can't remember if we got 5 or 4 last time, but what should we do next? We might just finish back, to be honest. Or shoulders. Maybe we'll move on to shoulders. All right, we're starting with front delt, just because, I don't know. I don't want to go all the way to the lateral raise cable, so starting with this. We got 145 for 4 last session. Every time, bro, every time. Last week. We trained 48 hours, every 48 hours. Come on, you think we're ever leaving full body? Come on. The only thing we might switch up is going full body 3 times a week instead of every other day once we get busier. But come on, bro. It's full body till the end of time. But yeah, we're gonna try to get 5 or match reps, so we'll see. I'll take the 4. All right, so we're gonna be standardizing our form with the lateral raise because I don't know, last few times like the form has been a little iffy, I can't lie. You don't want to force progressive overload, especially with this, bro. Like the jumps are so high, like I might get micro plates just for this exercise, but I feel like you don't need it. I mean, this is where you can just make use of a bigger rep range, wider rep range, or a higher rep range, right? So like usually I'd, suggest low reps. I usually do 4 to 6, 5 to 6, but there's obviously use cases for higher reps, but let's see how many we get. I mean, that's a pretty good set. We're keeping some RIR. I don't want to go to like complete failure with this, especially because like form breakdown happens so fast with this. So we'll stick with 4. Yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. All right, so almost done upper body. I think we got wide pull down, reverse curl. Abs we'll just throw at the end. I think that's it, right? But, I love this exercise, but I'm really hoping there's a good incline pressing movement at the other gym that we're probably gonna start going to. But this will have to do for now.
Hopefully form wasn't too bad there at the end. All right, so we're keeping the same weight for this one as last session. But we're gonna try and get an extra rep, or, we'll see. But yeah, we really wanna keep our form good on this. We don't wanna arch, we wanna keep our spine neutral, straight, arms, or shoulder, I don't even know, shoulder blades doing the movement? Shoulder, yeah. Brain fog. Let me just lift, bro. Let me just lift, bro. Feels a little weird on my one side there. I don't know what that was. I definitely don't regret keeping this in the middle of the session instead of doing it at the start. Cause yeah, this takes a lot out of me. And like, bro, when I get to like preacher curl, bro, I can feel it, bro. But let's do it now. Damn. But that wasn't my fault. I don't know why it always rolls forward. But that was gonna be the last rep anyway. Alright, so we're hoping to keep the same weight but add a rep for this one. I've been playing around with keeping my legs down and leaning back. I don't know, man. I think like that shit doesn't matter. Just keep the same form, bro. I'm gonna keep my feet on here. I just feel stronger, more stable. I think like doing all this shit, like you don't need to be doing all that. Yeah, that might have been a rep or two more, but that was a good set. Good control. I raised this up a little bit because it felt like I was breaking my knee when I was doing it last time. So, and I don't know, I'll research it after, but I don't know if calves are particularly more stimulated by stretch mediated hypertrophy. Like the contraction, what is it, like active, passive mechanical tension is, one is the concentric, one is the eccentric. Pretty sure it's active. Yeah, active is contraction, so that's the one that matters more for mechanical tension, likely. I think we're gonna hit squat before leg extension, which I usually wouldn't recommend, but I know I'm gonna feel so fatigued after leg extension or after squat or after leg extension. I'm not gonna wanna do squat, so we'll just hit it before, no biggie. The most important thing is actually doing the exercises. So We'll keep it at 4. Oh my god. Hamstrings always take so much out of me, bro. Yeah, I got 4 last session. We'll keep it at 4 this session. So I lied because homeboy is just hitting a crazy quad session today. Been on the V squat for, I don't know, the past 3 exercises that we've done, but you know, it's all good. He's getting his work in, so we'll just go leg extension first. And then we'll have to hit squat after. Yeah, that was a good set. I'm tired as fuck though now. Alright, so we give ourselves a little bit of a time to rest before squats, so we're just gonna do some reverse curl. We'll just take that, to be honest. I don't know if that was 4 or 5. Pretty sure it was 4. But yeah, squat's open, so let's go hit some. I think that was like 6. Okay, boys, we gotta run, so we probably won't be having a car talk, post-lift car talk, but, you know, it was a good lift. It's a little windy out, actually. It's smoky as hell, too. Mosquitoes are bad. Bro, I'm ready for winter, bro. You know, I don't really like the winter. I definitely like the summer way more, but, oh my goodness, man. Like, mosquitoes have been horrible. I work outside and allergies, holy shit. The rain has been flooding in the city. It's been insane, boys. But with all that being said, it was a great lift. And I will see you guys in 48 long hours, because I love training, bro. The motivation to train is high on the cut. Another good day on the cut. Probably gonna have around 2,300 calories today. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day of cutting.